And we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching us from. Yes, it is a new day that God has given unto us for us to be here and to share something about us. These are amazing ladies, and they are all Kenyans, and they are all over this world. Because we say that this our business is global, so you get to interact with people across the globe. And one thing about it is that you get to also connect with your tribe. So I am here with my tribe, who are my Kenyan sisters, and without wasting much of the time, I wish to invite us so that we get to know about each of them. And if you are following me for the very first time, my name is Mercy, and this is the face that is behind this business page. And also, my sisters will also introduce themselves and tell us where they are coming from. And I'll start with Regina. Karibu sana, Regina.
Hello, everyone. Good morning if you're in the place where I am, and good night for people like Mercy. So it's 10:36 a.m. in Washington. I'm in Washington, USA, and I am the face behind Regina Harry Digital. My link is on the page. So we are all different, links, because our business is global and we do business from any corner of the world. And when we come here, we connect with each other as if we are just together, because that's how we got to know each other. And so, as I said, my name is Regina. I am a mother of 3 kids. I'm a nurse by profession. I work and then I do this business as a side hustle. And then I am also a business mentor. So I think those are my hats for now. Back to you, Mercy.
Thank you so much, Regina. Next, Melissa, it is your turn. Please go ahead and introduce yourself to our wonderful viewers.
Hello, everyone. I feel so good to be here, and my name is Melissa. I'm a Kenyan, and today I feel so happy because I'm connecting with my fellow Kenyans. Yes, that's how global we are. I'm currently living in Mexico, and I'm doing this business full time. I stumbled on this business last year while I was traveling, and it's been an amazing journey connecting with different people all about the world. It's been an amazing journey of learning and growing. So for now, that's, I think, back to you, Mercy, for now.
Thank you so much, Melissa. Winnie?
Hi, everybody. My name is Winnie. I am so glad to be here. Oh my God, I'm so happy to connect with my fellow Kenyans. Oh, it's amazing. I'm located here in Washington with Regina. She's my neighbor, and I am a mother of one little girl and one on the way. And I'm so happy to be here and see what God has for us.
Wow. Thank you, ladies. Yeah. Maybe I'll just say a little bit about myself. I work in a research institute, and I do this business on part-time basis. So my 8 to 5, here it is 8 to 5, not you like 9 to 5. For us, it is 8 to 5. And so honored and blessed to be part of this business community. And I'm learning so much, and I really appreciate. So I know we are Kenyan, so we'll be switching also to Kiswahili here and there. And I'm doing this business from Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. I know most people are like, oh, this business should be done by people from US or wherever. No, I'm a Kenyan doing this business from Nairobi, Kenya. So maybe we just share why we started this digital business. And we'll just go the same way. Regina, you tell us why you think this business is good for you, or why you started this business.
Okay, so first of all, I did not, before I stumbled upon this business, I did not know there was a business like this that existed, because sometimes, you know, when you're, like, we all know there's a business to do with like oil, you know, like petrol, whatever you call it, wherever you are from. We know there's such a business, and maybe we keep planning like one day I'll do this business. So for this business, I did not know there was anything like this that existed before I stumbled upon it. So, but I started because I was looking for something to do online, specifically online, because I was getting sick and tired of just working. I'm still working, don't get me wrong, and my job is good because it pays my bills and all that. But I reached a point I realized that with my 3 kids, I'm absent, because as much as we think nursing it's a good job, it's a good thing, actually, pays your bill, gives you good money, but you have to be, you exchange your time with, you know, with the money, like, so you get money, but then where is the time to spend with your kids? So I reached a point, I remember before COVID, when was that? 2019. And I was really struggling, like, in my mind, not that I'm short of money, but I'm getting tired. I'm like, is this what I'm going to be doing the whole time? Like, until when? So I was like, I need to look for something to do online. And I was not even looking for a business. I was looking for a job. So I started searching for nursing jobs that I can do online. And I could see like the triaging, like you can triage patients from home. And when I look at the requirements, everything was too much. Like, yes, this is it's an online job, but it's not like online. You just have to be there still, because when they want you to be there at a particular time for a meeting, you have to be there. So I was like, okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I kept on looking, and I tried the 2 businesses before this, which involved like inventory. It's online, but you have to sell. And I know one of it was Etsy. Is it called it? Yeah, don't want to say it aloud, but they were not for me either. So, but time is still passing. COVID came. I never found this business. And in 2022, that's when I found this. And it looked too good to be true. But the reason I jumped in regardless, I was like, I've tried so many things in the past. I've failed in them. I've spent money. I've used a lot of money and not recovered it. So if it's losing, I've lost. So I'm going to start this and see how far it can take me, see if it's legit, see, you know, all the things we tell people about our business. And I was like, this is not true. And I kept on asking my mentor, like, are you sure this is true? Like, can you show me what it has done for you? You know, I was one of those very skeptical people. But eventually I jumped in because I needed a change. And so to answer the question specifically, I started this business because I needed a change in my life, and mostly to be available for my kids, especially now that they're teenagers. I wanted to be present and not to be, you know, an absent mom who doesn't know what their kids are doing. I always don't know what they are doing, because when they're in their rooms, I don't know, but at least I'm home most of the time. And, you know, and also be able to provide for them and also have time to spend with them. That was a lengthy answer, but
thank you, because I know there are people I know there are people who are resonating with that, because they have children, they have the best jobs, but they don't have time to. They like they're trading their time for the money. So there are people who are resonating with that. So it is still okay. Melissa?
Okay. My story is a little bit different. And one thing that always amazes me that we all have different whys, but when we come together, we are so connected and we want all of us to succeed. So by professional, I used to work in the hotel industry. I used to work in Dubai for some time. Then in regard to what happened a few years ago after pandemic, I was kind of in a career crisis. I really didn't know what to do. And then I happened to travel to Mexico to meet my family here. And my family was living in a very small town in Mexico. So after working in the hotel industry for many years, I couldn't really see what I could do while living in this small town. So at that moment, I decided that I'm going to volunteer to teach English, because that at that moment, that was what was my strength. Everyone was speaking Spanish. Yes, I could speak Spanish. I had done a little bit of learning Spanish, but anyway, reality caught me when I came to Mexico that actually what I had learned, it couldn't help me really do anything. Yeah. And despite that, I could not see what I could do while living in that small town. So I started teaching English. Not that I've been a teacher before, but it was something that was easier for me to do at that moment. So I volunteered for some time, then I got a job. I started teaching. I mean, imagine doing something you've never done before. And so it was kind of an interesting journey for me. But then, of course, what they were paying me was very minimal. I don't know, maybe because I didn't have any teaching experience. So I was still looking for something that I could do online. And that's how I ended up stumbling on an advertisement on YouTube. That is, I think, last year, but one. But then at that moment, I was also planning to travel to the USA to meet my husband who was there. So I put it on hold because at that moment I was kind of overwhelmed with so many things. But then last year when I was there, that's when it hit me like, oh, I remember I saw this advertisement and I left pending. Actually, I had gone forward and, you know, done all the process that is needed, like watching the webinar and everything, but I had not like fully put all my eggs deciding that I want to do. But then when I was in USA, that's when it hit me, like life is so expensive, like, sometimes when you travel and you go overseas, you feel like, oh, finally the light is at the end of the tunnel, like things are going to work. But now it really hit me because I needed to support my husband financially and I needed something to do. So that's when I went back and thought of the business and now fully decided to do the business. It's been an amazing journey connecting with people from different parts of the world. I never thought at some point I'll be in social media doing this because I was such an introvert person. And even when I started just, being active, my family was like, what are you doing? But it's just been an amazing journey of, changing my mindset and learning that I can use social media to, to benefit myself. So currently I'm focusing on this business full time, working from home. It's just given me the flexibility to travel. So I just moved back to Mexico and I travel back with my business, like literally on my briefcase, and I don't have to worry. So it's just an amazing journey. Yeah, over to you, Mercy.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing. As we said, we all have different whys, and with these different whys, we are able to resonate with different people. So yeah, that is just something that is able to carry on, and your why is what really drives you into running this business. Back to you, Winnie.
Yes. So my biggest why, I'll first just start, just kind of explain how the journey started. I'm a nurse. I forgot to mention that. And I work with Regina, and she's the one who actually introduced me to the business. At that time, I had seen her like here and there, but we had never talked, until like one day we were like really working on the same floor because, and at that time what was it? I was like, you could see I was pregnant, okay? That was when, March?
That was in March.
Yeah, it was in March. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made a comment. I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to need a side hustle, because I'm about to go on maternity leave. And then, when you're carrying something and you can really tell in your body, like, okay, I don't know if I'll be able to make it for the 9 months, okay? Because like nursing is it's more of like it's a physical job. You know, you're taking care of patient, you're running up and down. It's really heavy on the physical part of it. And then when you're already like you're carrying something in you, especially for moms, it's really hard. So I knew that was coming, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to do this whole 9 months, you know? And I'm like, and then also being like the breadwinner of the home, like I'm like, okay, God has to come through. And it's so funny that I want to share this that before I had met Regina, like those, you know, like you know yourself, right? Before those months, before I met Regina, like a month before that, I was like praying to God. I was like, God, you need to bring me something that I can work from home. I didn't know. I had no idea what it was going to be. But I was like, God, you got to make a way for me. And I remember there was a night that I couldn't sleep because obviously, like how Melissa has said, in US, if you don't work, you can end up homeless. Like it's that bad. Yeah, there are bills knocking at your door. Yeah, you just gotta have some income coming, you know. And so I could tell that was coming, and I'm like praying. Like I remember this night I'm praying, and I'm asking God, please make a way. You know, you. I just believed because I knew I know, like for me, this is a blessing from God. You know, God is a giver of of good things. You know, and so being pregnant is a gift from God. It's a blessing. And so I was telling God, you're the one who gave me this blessing, and so I am trusting you, and I have faith in you to create a way for me. I don't know what this is that is going to enable me to work from home with my kids and just be able to stay home and have some income coming, but I trust you that you're going to make a way. And I remember that night when I prayed that prayer, I just felt the Holy Spirit tell me, just drop that Bible verse on Isaiah 43. And I think it's verse 18. Don't quote me, but it's in Isaiah 43. It said, do not, it says, forget the former things. I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland. Just that. And I knew God was going to make a way for me. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but He was. So I just trusted. And imagine that night I was able to sleep. And then a few weeks later, here I am meeting Regina. And we worked together. And I just made a comment. Obviously, she can see me. I'm pregnant. I'm struggling. I remember that night, first of all, I had for those, in the nursing, my patient is going down. They're having symptoms of stroke. So I gotta, and I have other patients that I need to take care of. But this one is critical. We have to take care of this one. Regina really helped me that day. Gave my medication to the other patient. I'm dealing with this one. And obviously you can see I'm pregnant. I'm running up and down and trying to take care of things. And she said, I have something for you. We'll talk later. And that's when she introduced me to the business.
Mm-hmm. She kept on begging me, when are you going to tell me? Until
I was like, Regina, you need to tell me. What is this thing? Because I was ready. When you have that prayer, your antennas are seeing what God has for you. And so when she told me that, I was ready. Okay, I did. I'm like, let's go, let's do this. This is a prayer answered for me, and that's how I see this business. It's an opportunity for people to get out of that rat race. For people for me, I see myself as a mom, and I talk to so many, even nurses, so many mothers, young mothers. They're like, oh my gosh, I don't know about my daycare. I dropped my baby there and they are crying. Everybody's complaining because there's that. You just keep running, going to work. Hallelujah, thank God for work. But then your kids, they are left there. And you leave them in daycare in hands of you don't know who, but you're trusting God, that He's going to take care of them. But to just have this opportunity, this business opportunity, where I have seen nurses like me quit their job, make 6 figures, doing this. And I was like, yeah, I can do this too. This is a God-given opportunity for me. And for whoever else that I will see, I will scream, hey, come on here. There's a solution for you. And so, anyways, that's my why. My why is that I needed a breakthrough, and this for me was my breakthrough. Just stumbling upon this opportunity like a few months ago was an answered prayer for me, because I want to stay home. I don't want to miss the milestones of my kids. I want to train them in godly ways. And I'm the one who can do that, you know? And so this is my biggest why. And then I have another one coming in August. And right now, this is the other thing that I want to say. A job it doesn't guarantee anything, right? It's your own job that guarantees you everything. And God. Because like right now, obviously it got to a point where I started getting just some few complications with the pregnancy. And because of that, I had to go on like an absence of leave because I can't work anymore. Obviously, nursing is daunting. It's, you know, you're going back and forth. It's a lot of work, you know. And it got to a point where I can't even like walk that much. I'm getting like dizzy, almost feel like I want to faint. So I had to go on absence of leave. So this is my other why. It's this or God. So anyways, so that is my why I'm doing this. And and through my journey, I just want to encourage everybody, you know, jump on in. You know, this is tried and true. The system works and people are scaling. We have a lot of job quitters out there. My fellow nurses, you know, they are quitting left and right, making six figures. If they can do it, we can do it. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Wow. Such an amazing story. Wow. I know it rings a bell to so many, especially mothers. We don't want to miss any milestone. We want to be there for our families and just to be present. That is what matters a lot, to be present with them and see them grow in each and every step. So, as we say, all our whys are totally different. For me, I think during the pandemic, I was working on contract terms, and that time the institutions were trying to resize. So, like it was, you have to give reasons. You have to give reasons why your contract has to be renewed. And I was like, okay, supposing it is not renewed, what will I do? Do I have a plan B somewhere on something that I can land on? Then I started searching. I just hear that people do things online, and I was like, okay, let me also try this online space and see if there is something that I can be able to do. And again, during the same season, my dad had retired. And then it took him like close to 2 years for him to get his retirement benefits. And so like he was kind of depending on us. In as much as he has assets, those assets need money for them to, you know, like Kenyans, we are used to having lands here and there. But unless you have money to do something on that land, then it is still a liability. And I was like, I don't want to get to that retirement age and I'm still a liability like to my children, because now we had to come in and support. So like I was like, I need to look for something that I can still manage on my own so that I don't have to engage other people. Because previously I had tried to do some farming activities and they're not in Nairobi. I stay in Nairobi. They're not in Nairobi. So like every now and then having to travel more than 400 kilometers, having to put people there that are not giving you value for your money. So I was looking for something that I can control completely. Then also I do not want to get to the retirement age and still not have liquid cash to help me run around my errands as I wait for what we are waiting for, pension. And also just to have something that just in case things don't work in my workplace, I have something that I can land on. Because I was thinking now supposing it is not renewed, will I go back to the village? As in, where do I start from? So those thoughts were so loud in me, yeah, that now my parents now have to start supporting me, and I've been here. No, I have to look for something. And luckily, some years later, I bumped into an ad from my mentor, and I happened to know her. So I was not that skeptical. I knew, like, if she's doing it, then this has to be legit. And also, after watching the webinars, like I watched the webinars for like 3 months just to make sure they're not the same people. Yeah, just to get the credibility of the webinars. And they kept on saying that we have trainings, and I thought, I think I'm trainable. What is it that I cannot get? At this stage, I think even if I'm taken to engineering, I can still I can still learn. So I said, like, if there is training, I'm ready to learn. Yeah. And I'm grateful that I took that leap of faith. And for me, the training is just amazing. And I am here. And I'm looking forward into early retirement. Yeah, because I don't want to get to 70 years. The Dons get to 70 years. I don't see myself working till 70 years. Yeah. So those are my whys. Like, I don't want to get to 70 years. And also have something, have money, have liquid money to help me run around the other errands. Yes, working is good. Yes, it doesn't mean that when we say maybe our jobs are what, they are good. But also one of my mantra is that we need to exit so that the young fellows can come in, get jobs, and also build their own legacy. Because if I'm working up to 70, and sometimes I find it absurd that people retire and they're still asking for contracts. For me, I look at it as these are the people who make the young people not to have the jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't want to be in that category. Having a job is good, but that job should help you start your own business, start something for your own, because in the beginning you have to start from somewhere. So having a job is something that is so credible and good, but while you are working, you need to have an exit plan. So what is your exit plan? For me, I'm looking at this business as my exit plan, and just do the things that I love doing. Yes. Anyone who has something to add on before we wrap it up?
Maybe just to encourage those who are watching us, the viewers, that after listening to all of us, we all kind of have different ways, like how we joined, how we started this business. And that tells you that if your story is different, you're also welcome, because it doesn't have to be like anyone else's. We all have different, by the end of the day, when we come here, like Melissa said, we come here and we are together. But when we were coming from different directions, we had different reasons. And then we meet here and we realize that, we have a common goal, to build a legacy, to have time freedom, to have extra income. But we were looking for a business for a different reason, or for actually not business. It seems like we were all looking for something online. Nobody said they were looking for a business. They were looking for something to do online. And so we found this business. So you might be there looking for something to do online. And here we are telling you about this business and how amazing it is. And as Winnie said, we have so many job quitters. And we are not saying that you quit your job. I haven't quit my job. I started this business last year, and I'm still doing my 9 to 5. Though I work 2 days, but I still do my job, and then I do this business. So we are not asking you to quit your job, but we're asking you to just hop in and, test. And when you're testing, you realize it's not actually testing, it's something that I can do. So, and testing or rather doing your research is watching the webinar, which I want to believe at this point we are asking, maybe if you're curious, like Winnie was, like, tell me what it is, it's the webinar that we watch first. And that's how we all start. We watch a webinar, which is an eye-opener for us, because, or for anybody, because when we come here and say about the business, tell about the business, we cannot talk a lot, as much as we want to discuss so much, we cannot just be, say everything, because there's a lot to say. But this webinar has been condensed in such a way that, you're going to learn what you need to know for you to make a decision to move to the next step. So I don't know if that is something that can be considered as addition.
Thank you. That is a proper addition. That is proper addition, and I'm sure it is valuable to our viewers. That just
okay, Mercy.
Disappeared.
Started to get started. Yes, sorry for that. And I know we have taken like 30 minutes, and we will be coming here more and more often, like on a weekly basis. So we will be engaging and interacting and learning more and more each and every week. And we don't want to bother you with so much. So unless someone has something, Winnie and Melissa, I wish to put it to a close.
Not really, but just to say thank you for this opportunity to connect with every one of you. And actually, Mercy is representing us all the way from Kenya, because I think most of the questions that I get asked is, I only see people from Canada, USA. So I think today is a proof that it's doable from any part of the world, as long as you have connection, whether it's data or Wi-Fi, and you have your gadgets, your phone or your computer, it's doable. So I'm very, very happy to be here, and just to really emphasize on that for those people who keep asking me this question all the time. And we are here, so we are proof that it's doable from any part of the world. Yeah. Thank you. Back to you, Mercy.
Thank you, Winnie.
Yes. I was just going to say also, because I'm also getting a lot of questions from, our Kenyan friends. They're like, is this doable? And just to have Mercy here as proof, that this is something that you can do in Kenya is just amazing, to give people even hope, that yes, it's not just diaspora people that do it, you can do it also in Kenya. So it's amazing, to just be connected with my fellow Kenyan. I'm just so excited to connect with each one of you and to have this opportunity. And I can't wait to do more lives with you guys and to see where God takes us with this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you. Allow me to appreciate and Derek, digital marketing. She's watching us live. Thank you. Eden Rich, and God bless you. As from us, we just wish to say bye-bye and see you next Monday. God willing. Bye-bye.
Bye.